I want a real fight. So he signed what I signed. He signed a real fight, and I signed a real fight. And he got his advance. So there's no reason to make excuses of that. He signed a real fight, and he got his advance. So then now makes excuses. No, no.
I heard it so many times. You hear so many guys say, "I'm gonna beat Floyd. I'm gonna beat Floyd. I'm gonna beat Floyd." Well, we can go out there and he can do good for all 3 rounds. I'll still be 50-0 because it don't count. You know, when it's for all the marbles. If it's really for all the marbles, man, y'all know what I can do.
Push yourself in training. Not only is training, but you know, hard work. Hard work. That's boxing. Because very important is stamina.
Tension rises as Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao go head-to-head at a heated press event ahead of their anticipated rematch. With confidence running high and emotions on full display, both fighters send a clear message. They're ready to put on a spectacular battle that fans around the world won't forget.
Great thing about it is I did everything on my terms. And you look at so many champions, they can barely walk, they can barely talk. So that's not cool. The name of the game is to hit and not get hit. The less you get hit, the longer you last. And you know, I want to keep everything. Your mind, you know, the mind is a terrible thing. The mind is a terrible thing to waste. And I need this so I can continue to make smart investments and take care of my family.
Manny Pacquiao reveals he pushes himself daily in training, powering through 30 to 36 rounds alongside long-distance runs, proving his relentless discipline, elite stamina, and unwavering dedication to staying fight-ready at all times.
All things is difficult when you push extra mile. Like the way you run, the way you hard work at the gym. Everything is hard when you give more extra effort and pushing yourself to the limit. So that's training. That's hard work. You know, if you ask me, as a boxer, I don't need somebody to push me to work hard, work more. But I do. I did. I was put that in my mind when I'm in training. I have to do extra mile to get that condition. Like for example, at my fight is 12 rounds, so I'm doing 30 rounds, at least 30 to 36 rounds every.
Manny Pacquiao makes it clear he never backs down from a test, consistently taking on the toughest opponents and stepping into the ring with one goal: to deliver thrilling action and unforgettable moments for the fans every single time.
My inspiration, give a good entertainment to the fans. Every fight, I always consider that it's gonna be a fight of toe-to-toe. Not running around like that. Fight is a fight. You have to be ready, you have to be 100% condition, your stamina.
Manny Pacquiao insists he still feels powerful and driven, convinced his body has more to give and confident he can keep competing at an elite level against top opposition.
I'm back. The reason why I came back in boxing because I realized that I can still fight. I still have that passion, I still have that speed. I'm blessed by God.
Feels good, Manny, or what?
You feel good. Nice to be back. I feel happiness in my heart that I can come back here for.
Manny Pacquiao admits he still has strength, but acknowledges he's no longer the same as before, stressing that age now requires smarter training with more focus on rest and recovery to remain effective.
When I work out, like.
What do you think like the biggest change is right now at 46 versus when you were younger?
The biggest changes that we have in training camp is like, you know, we listen to the body. Like you know, sometimes our mind is like push, go. But the times, there's a time that the body, oh, I need rest, I need recover. So the recovery, that's the question. So I have to feel my body to give recovery, to give time to recover. If I can push more, then I will push. But if my body's saying, oh no, you have to give me time to recover.
Teddy Atlas explains that Floyd Mayweather Jr. benefits from natural physical health, while Manny Pacquiao has stayed more consistently active, ultimately suggesting their overall conditioning levels are evenly balanced.
Still fight, Barrios recently, and yeah, Mayweather's fresher, but inactivity could affect his timing, especially early in the fight. So next one, power. Well, the guy who's always been the naturally better puncher, not the naturally bigger guy though, so that equals it out a little bit, evens it out. The naturally bigger guy is Mayweather, but the natural puncher was always Pacquiao. He gets a check. Speed, who gets the edge there? Well, Mayweather always fast, always smooth, always fluid. And Pacquiao, tremendous hand and feet speed, foot speed. I give them both a check, no advantage. Defense, well, the forte and the reason he could fight so long for Mayweather has always been, he's been a wizard. He's been a defensive magician in the ring. Pacquiao gets hit more, but, he's a good defensive fighter. He's been great, but Mayweather's the man.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. is putting in serious work in camp, staying locked in with strict discipline and razor-sharp focus, gearing up both physically and mentally to deliver at his absolute best when the stakes are highest.
Right there. Right there. Right there. Right there.
Mix it up, Floyd.
50-0 mixing it up. My style is a money style. Oh, no, it's not that.
Manny Pacquiao puts on a masterclass in footwork, blending explosive speed with perfect balance and pinpoint accuracy, gliding around the ring with ease, shifting angles seamlessly, and applying non-stop pressure on his opponent.
Oh, side. Ayaw. Ano, step. Dali kayo pala, no? Good morning. The champion is here. Six.
Andre Ward comes to the defense of Floyd Mayweather Jr., pushing back against common criticism of his career. Ward argues that people often highlight what Floyd didn't do, while overlooking his dominance, achievements, and lasting influence on the sport, points out that Mayweather played a major role in elevating boxing's global reach through constant media presence, interviews, and public engagement. Ward also credits Floyd's unmatched professionalism, discipline, and consistency, noting how he stayed at an elite level for years without any real drop in performance. In his view, Mayweather's legacy deserves a fair and balanced evaluation, one that recognizes not only what he accomplished in the ring, but also the impact he made beyond it.
Live on Netflix. I'ma just go back to Floyd Mayweather stating that he's gonna continue to campaign and come back to the sport as a whole. I'm torn on this. Anybody that has followed me, they know that I'm a big Floyd Mayweather fan as a boxer. I've taken a lot from Floyd Mayweather. I've shouted Floyd Mayweather out. I've defended Floyd Mayweather in terms of how commentators and media members have treated him throughout the years. Even though Floyd Mayweather is responsible for giving y'all a lot of free lunches at these media events to promote fights, the week of the fight, months before the fight, during the promo tour, Floyd Mayweather is responsible for y'all getting media credentialed at these big fights and getting these free lunches and being a part of a big event. But for years, I've heard people only talk about what Floyd Mayweather wasn't to them.
Max Kellerman points out a tough reality about boxing, explaining how many fighters dedicate their whole lives to the sport but receive little support once their peak years pass. He notes that boxers spend decades building their skills through intense training, discipline, and sacrifice. However, when their performance starts to fade, they are often quickly overlooked by fans, promoters, and even the wider boxing world. Kellerman stresses that the sport demands everything from its athletes but doesn't always reward long-term commitment. He also highlights that many fighters leave the ring dealing with both physical damage and financial struggles, despite successful careers. In his view, boxing is a harsh reminder that fame doesn't last forever, and athletes must prepare for life after fighting just as seriously as they prepare for the ring.
With the 3 fights that's coming up, Floyd Mayweather, Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather, Mike Tyson, Floyd Mayweather, I think the guy's from Greece or something like that. What do you feel about great champions doing these kind of fights as well, or just these kind of fights that's going on?
You need money.
Damn.
Yeah, when you need money. This is the problem with boxing. You think about financial literacy, right? And you talk about like NFL players or NBA players. There's support systems for those dudes. There's nothing like that for fighters. They got to figure it out all themselves. And if you're a fighter, that means you did not have options.
Right.
Yeah. It's not like basketball or football. If you could, like, by the way, football players couldn't play basketball, or they play basketball. It's a better deal, right? That's if you can, you do. And boxers couldn't do either one of those things, right? They're too small, or they got hurt, whatever it is. And so you're dealing with a section of our world that is unlike.
Jose Ramirez, who has shared training time in camp with Manny Pacquiao, speaks highly of the veteran's sharpness and intensity in the gym. He describes Pacquiao as still unbelievably quick, explosive, and dangerous, even at this stage of his career, carrying the same hunger that once made him a world champion. Ramirez recalls how Pacquiao would sometimes dominate sparring sessions with his timing and speed, even dropping or stopping partners, showing that his power is still very real. What stands out most to him is Pacquiao's mindset. Every workout is treated with full seriousness, discipline, and focus, as if he is preparing for a title fight each and every time.
Last camp I had with them, I was his man. I mean, I was going, 8-round sparring sessions, dude.
What does Jose Ramirez learn from Manny Pacquiao when you're in camp with him 3 times? What did you pick up from him?
Honestly, his work ethic, and then
the best work ethic.
The best work ethic,
days
man.
off, no light days.
Every morning we used to get together and run. Even on sparring days, he runs.
With 20, 30, 50 people, even in
Yeah, man, he has he has a lot of support out there.
That's amazing. It's like a movie. It's like Rocky.
We would go to the mall, and just because people knew we were his sparring partners, they wanted a picture with us. So
he's the man.
We had a lot of
the
fans.
man. He's so humble, though. He doesn't know he's Manny Pacquiao. Very down to earth.
There was always like a crowd of 25 to 40 people outside the gym, from ladies to kids, just waiting for him.
Money and
he's going to give them all money before he walked in.
Yeah, he's very generous.
And
he's very humble. He doesn't let the fame change him. Like you never let the fame change you or nothing. You're the same person I met when you were a kid. But what did you learn boxing-wise besides work ethic? Is there any punch you learned? Is there any defensive movement?
Jose Ramirez further notes that Manny Pacquiao still brings elite-level movement, explosive bursts, and fluid combinations that make him extremely tough to handle in sparring. He explains that even younger, physically stronger fighters often struggle to match Pacquiao's tempo and rhythm. Despite his age and long career, Pacquiao continues to exceed expectations with a strong mindset and professional approach in every session. His conditioning, work rate, and constant aggression remain standout qualities that earn respect inside the camp. Ramirez's perspective reinforces the idea that Pacquiao is still operating at a high competitive level, with timing, skill, and sharpness that keep him a genuine threat in boxing today.
Pacquiao always, what made Pacquiao very dangerous is that, he was very explosive. So there was punches that he just throw, he just throw, and all of a sudden, boom, boom.
Yeah, you don't see it coming.
It was that unexpected power. But it was put together by a combination of punches too. So
his feet set it up.
He had a heavy hand, so he used to snap his punches really good and pinpoint his shots really good. So he used to go to the top, body, back to the top, and the second one was just boom, one punch.
What's the craziest thing you've seen him do in the gym now, sparring partner? Not you.
Oh, brother, he, I was lucky not to get hit by one of those left hands, but he dropped.
Everybody.
Every camp, he would drop one fighter, one sparring partner.
And that's
like
it.
Clean.
And they don't come back next camp.
Well, he dropped a couple in the Philippines, so they stayed.
Manny Pacquiao has repeatedly expressed his desire for a rematch since their first encounter, believing there is still unfinished business that deserves to be resolved inside the ring. Over time, he has continued to push the idea of facing Floyd Mayweather Jr. again, viewing it as a chance to settle things with better preparation and conditions. Pacquiao now insists that Mayweather has no way to avoid it, making it clear he wants no more delays or excuses if the rematch is to finally happen.
He had no way to get out of that.
He has to fight.
Yes,
Is it going to be an exhibition or is it going to be a sanctioned match?
No. Sanction man.
Awesome. Manny, are you happy that you're gonna get the second opportunity? It seems like you guys are gonna actually get in there again. Are you very excited to redeem yourself?
Yeah.
I know you spoke a lot about you were injured in the first fight and all, but what would this win mean for you in particular? Personally, you've accomplished so much, 8th division world champion and all. But what would a win over Floyd mean to you?
Oh, this is very important. I want to give him a one.
Is it a bragging rights thing for you, Manny? Like you can prove you're better than him? Huh? You can prove you're better than him? Is that what this is? It's about still showing you're better than him?
Just want to teach him a lesson.
Manny Pacquiao argues that if both men truly carry themselves as professionals, then the long-awaited fight should finally happen for the fans. He emphasizes that the rematch is not only about legacy, but also about closure and proving who is better at the highest level of competition. Pacquiao expresses strong belief in himself, stating that he wants to enter the ring and demonstrate his ability through discipline, preparation, and performance. He adds that, in his view, there are no real reasons left to delay or avoid the matchup anymore. For him, the time has come for both fighters to face each other again and settle everything decisively inside the ring.
I don't know. I think so.
Okay, How do you like the new gym? You own now the Mayweather gym. Now it's the Pacquiao gym.
Oh, I like it. I'm excited.
I heard the Mayweather promotion CEO say that if you guys have a successful rematch, there could be a third one. Manny, are you open to a trilogy?
What is that?
With Floyd, are you open to a trilogy? If they demand it,
We'll finish first.
Robert Garcia claims that Floyd Mayweather Jr. does not appear to be training with full intensity, while Manny Pacquiao looks completely locked in and highly committed. Garcia describes Pacquiao as extremely disciplined, pushing hard in mountain runs, intense conditioning work, and constant physical tests to stay at an elite level. In comparison, he suggests Floyd's preparation seems more relaxed and less demanding. Overall, he believes Pacquiao's relentless work ethic and focus on stamina could give him an advantage in high-level competition where conditioning plays a key role.
And I'll bet you Mayweather, people think, oh, Mayweather's out of shape, he's not training. I'll bet you deep in, behind curtains, that was doing workouts that's just to be in shape, to be able to box for 12 rounds. Mayweather's not killing himself in sparring. He's not killing his legs and running, but I bet you he's doing workouts that are not going to kill his legs and are not going to f him up when it comes to sparring. But I bet you he'll be in shape for the fight, and I bet you he's going to win by decision.
you think Mayweather decision? Manny's motivated.
Manny's burning himself out. Too much runs like a true champion does. But he's 48.
Mayweather's older, Robert.
Yes, but he's not doing the same workouts that Manny's doing. Manny's showing it to the world. Manny's running in front of 50.
But he looks good when you watch.
He's running hard and he's running. His body can't take that much. His body can't take that much. Mayweather knows his body can't take that much. That's why he's doing different trainings to be in shape, but to be able to perform and to be fast and to win a decision.
Paulie Malignaggi, Chris Algieri, and Lance Pugmire discussed the long-standing uncertainty that once surrounded a potential rematch between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao. They point out how constant rumors, negotiations, and public statements kept fans and media guessing about whether the fight would ever materialize. According to their discussion, what was once unclear has now been settled, with the rematch officially confirmed along with a fixed date and venue. They emphasize that the announcement has reignited massive excitement, finally giving fans closure and setting the stage for one of boxing's most highly anticipated global events.
Pacquiao made announcements, no, there's not going to be a fight if it's not a real fight. Then now he's announcing the fight is on. Floyd never made any announcement afterwards. It reminds me of when Jake LaMotta was talking to his wife in Raging Bull. Who made you an authority? Well, all of a sudden you're an authority. Who made you?
He is half of this fight.
Well, yeah, but he's not the whole fight.
He's also,
all of a sudden
one of
you're
the
an authority.
promoters
Who
as
made
well.
you an authority? Let's wait for the whole announcement first. All right, the fight's on. We got it. We always knew the fight was going to be on, did we not? Didn't I always tell you? I've been telling you. You got no choice. You got no choice. The fight's on. The fight was always on. All right, go ahead, Lance.
Look, guys. This totally reminds me of when I covered Floyd during his career, and I would be told by his publicist Kelly Swanson, "Come on out to Las Vegas. Floyd will talk to you today." Getting to the gym, looking at Floyd, he's giving me stink eye. Like, is this guy gonna talk to me today? I have come all this way to talk to him. Is he gonna talk to me? I don't know. And then finally at the last minute, hey, what do you need? So I think that's where we're at right now.
That's a wrap for today's video. Thanks for watching, stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next one.